Hello and welcome to the 58th installment of the Synapse Misfire Podcast. I'm your host, Chris, joined, as always, by our co-host, Jordan.
I did not just have to confirm the episode number.
He did. I was kind of confused.
Yeah.
But
that's me.
That's him.
On the 58th.
Beside the point. What, where, when can you find this podcast?
I just thought about that. I've never said when. You realize that, and all the times I've said where you can find it, I've never said when.
You know, you're actually right. We've been releasing this consistently.
Yeah.
Every week, so.
Yeah, I should have maybe said when at some point. It's probably a good idea. So, you can find us natively on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, and of course Spotify, as well as our RSS feed. Import it into whatever app you'd like. And always we go live on YouTube every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. That's where you can find us. And as always, you can contact us via email, synapsemisfire@pm.me, comments, questions, concerns, or death threats, as well as the Synapse Misfire Instagram linked below that I keep saying I'm going to revamp and do something with and just don't do anything with.
It's
but
like
I'll get
all
there.
Our other Synapse Misfire projects.
Yeah, I'll get there. Yeah, that's fine. Listen. Not to bring it back to what it has been the last few episodes, but that Instagram was going to be popping after the camping trip. And then that got run into the dirt, and then all of my motivation to revamp it went away. So.
Yeah, we had that hurricane, Henri, and we heard everything about it, right? It was going to be a big deal, and then it
like lock yourself in, get food.
And then it was like a little pee-pee drops on the ground, and that was about it. And then we had the second one with Hurricane Ida,
yeah,
which we heard nothing about.
And half the city flooded.
Dude, and it was bad. There was like 6 or 7 inches of rain in like 8 hours.
Yeah. Yep.
So much so that I guess I was jumping a little ahead on my notes, but so much so that it flooded the highway I needed to use to go to work.
Yeah. Same for my coworker. I didn't hear anything about it. I drove into work. I was like, oh, there's a couple of sticks on the ground. Drove into work, and our boss just sent me like a map of just red, and I went,
Yep.
Is that floods? And he's like, uh-huh. And I'm like, is that the highway? He's like, uh-huh. I'm like, oh.
Yep.
Shit.
I took the Suburban just in case I needed to like forge some water.
Yeah, get a fucking snorkel kit. Hot swap a snorkel kit on.
I took the Suburban and I got onto the highway. Everything was going smooth, and then because I left my house at like 6:30, so I get there for 7:00. I left my house at 6:30, and then I was stuck on that highway until 9:00.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Yeah, I texted our boss while I was in traffic, and at that point I was already like 15 minutes late. I was like, hey man, there's a huge backup on this highway right now. I'm not gonna be able to make it in for a little bit. He's like, alright, yeah, that's fine. Just do whatever you gotta do. And then I finally showed up.
Fucking 9. God damn.
9:00.
He's just like, bruh. Yeah, that's like the Giraffe Man showed up, I want to say, at like 9:15, which isn't as stark as yours because you went from 6 to 9. It's only like an hour and a half, but I was like, holy, he was stuck as well.
I'm assuming he took his truck. He didn't take his Miata.
Yeah.
He didn't take his Miata out in the flood.
Normal rainstorm, the water's like halfway up the door. Yeah.
Yeah, like we get a light rain and it's enough to almost submerge the car.
Yeah. No, yeah, he took the truck. He was stuck for a while. I was just kind of like, I didn't know anything was happening. I just showed up. Like, what the fuck's going on in this place, man?
Jesus.
But at least you survived. You didn't die. That's good, I guess. For the podcast, I suppose.
Yeah, I was...
I mean, you're pretty expendable, but in terms of the podcast, it'd be tough.
Yeah, I guess. I was...
Like, genuinely, if you died, the world would go on perfectly fine. I just want to be clear. No, I need to be perfectly clear. If Chris died, nothing would change except for this podcast.
Damn, that's tough.
I can't say much different for me. It's a sad fact of life, man. Neither of us are important.
Damn. Damn, that's crazy.
Damn. Anyway.
But I didn't die. I didn't get stuck in the flood water.
Nice. You didn't have to Moses part the sea or anything?
No, I just sat there till other people did that, I guess. But it was crazy. There was people. There was state police blocking the on-ramps on both sides because people were turning around and driving up the on-ramp to get off, going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So
I don't blame them, but that's dangerous. So.
Yeah, it is.
Just a little bit. Heading into oncoming traffic, just a little bit.
Just a little dangerous. I can see
trolling.
why there would be, an issue with that.
But all right, so that's good. You took the Suburban. You didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from that, what else have you been up to, Chris? How's the Fiesta?
Well, I have a small update.
Oh, he blew it up already. Destroyed the clutch. He thought he just held it down. It wasn't the gas.
No, but it did have to go to a shop. So.
Oh no! What happened?
Dude.
I didn't know about this. I genuinely didn't know about this.
No, it's something fucking stupid too. It's not even something I did. It was just like a freak thing. I was driving it on, let's say, Monday. I was driving home. I was getting food. And I was driving home, and I hear like, boom! I was like, oh, fuck. And then all the power got cut out of the fucking thing. And I can just hear the turbo going crazy. But it's not actually doing anything. Mm-hmm. So I guess there's like a little like piping or hose thing that goes, I'm assuming, from turbo to intercooler and then back into the intake.
Yeah.
And the clamp was like a little loose and it just popped off the end.
God damn.
And I was like, just in case there's anything really wrong, I want to send it to a shop because it's warranty anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. With a brand new vehicle like that, hell yeah.
It's Ford. It's still under Ford bumper to bumper warranty, so I sent it to them, and it was just that they just had to.
It was just like a loose clamp. That's good.
Yeah, and the capless fuel system. It has one of the shitty capless ones where, because of the 28 cents it costs to put a fuel cap on was too much. That's now causing an evap leak.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
So I guess what the solution is for it, you just clean out the door. Mm-hmm. Or the seal on the door can be
shitty.
Yeah. So, it just got inspected, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
At least for another 11 months.
Yeah, at least for another, 8, 9, 10 months.
Maybe 11 and a half.
Maybe even like a year and a half, because I just like, inspection sticker. You don't really get got for that very often.
Not much.
I mean, I drove on an inspection sticker from a different state on my truck for like 2 months, and I got nothing from it.
Yeah.
So
all depends who you piss off that day,
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. But that's good. So the Fiesta's running nice, still liking it, still digging it. You're not bored of it yet, right?
No. I'm just I was a little weary of it when I got it back from the shop. I was a little weary.
As you would be, yeah.
And then I just started giving it the beans again, and there's nothing bad about it.
That's
Actually,
funny.
I was weary for about 6, maybe 7 minutes, because I went from work to the shop to school.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, I'm already like halfway there. Because the shop is like in between. It's like, all right, whatever. And I was like, I'm kind of nervous about this now. And I'm going down the road, and it's like a little bit, it's still kind of raining a little bit too. It was like, the road was clear, and I was like, okay. And I got it into second gear, and I just put my foot down. And I hear as the tires start spinning, and the traction control starts nannying me.
Yeah.
But starts nannying me back into
normal fucking operation.
Yeah.
So you're not fucking not swerving into the other lane.
So.
Like, oh man, that's good. Yeah, that's cool though. I mean, it is under warranty, so if you're gonna kill it now.
Yeah, that's kind of my plan. And then I have drivetrain for I think 75,000 miles or something.
That's not too bad. That's good.
So I got time.
Got some time to destroy
And then
things.
by that time, 75,000 miles. I think it's 5 years, 75,000. So that's another. Feels like 2 years old. It's another 3 years. I only have 2 years left on the note. So I just pay it off, and then I'm gonna start doing like bigger modifications.
Yeah, like shit that you don't want to do before then. After the warranty's done, go ham.
Yeah.
Or after it's paid off, basically, go ham.
After it's paid off and there's, no warranty to worry about.
And no liability on your part beyond it being your vehicle.
Then I'm gonna start doing more intense things. Like maybe the furthest I'd go now, and I'm not even gonna do this for a while, is like a Cobb Stage 3 kit.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like it's a couple grand, and it's all bolt-on stuff. It's like an exhaust, intercooler, intake, motor mount, and an ECU tuner, the access port.
Yeah, so nothing you would, basically minor things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing
you
crazy.
want to. You don't want to be taking engines apart. Not
There
yet.
is a kit for a bigger turbo, but I'm still iffy about it because I don't want to detonate the engine. I just want it to be like
cool.
Yeah, because I was talking about this very briefly with our boss, and he was talking about how if you do a bigger turbo, you have to worry about your turbo lag gets further back into the rev range, so you have, instead of like a few thousand RPM of like boost, you have like a few hundred.
Yeah.
Because redline is pretty low. It's like 6,200.
Yeah. So
you get like 800 to 1,000 RPM of boost, and that's it.
And then you're just done.
Yeah. So
Makes
there's a glorious 2 seconds where it makes 400 horsepower, and then the rest of the time you're just
200.
The rest of the time you make 100.
It just shuts off. You're just rolling at that point.
It's like a Formula 1 car. You have to set the idle to 5,000 RPM.
There you go. That's it. So when you're just at a red light, you're just at 5,000. Yeah.
Hey, I think you got a jammed throttle. Is your car all right? Yeah, no, that's just idle.
No, check this out though.
check this shit out. Swerves into oncoming traffic and blows up.
Somehow you don't even go forward. You just move a fucking axis. You just slide sideways.
I mean, that's basically how it be with the torque steer.
No Y movement at all.
The torque vectoring, which will
even that out.
Use the brakes to try to even it out. Works, but like you do still notice a lot of torque steer if you give it the beans.
Yep.
Thankfully, it doesn't send you like off into ditches or anything. It safely sends you into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, so nothing dangerous.
It only steers to the left when you give it you give it beans.
All right, he can go to the right to the breakdown lane or left to the median. Let's send him into the median.
Let's send him directly into oncoming traffic.
That's great. Oh man.
So, that being said, Jordan.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Ooh, a question. Kind of nervous. Should I be nervous?
Maybe.
All right.
Were you ready for this life? Your phone.
Was I ready?
Were you ready for the life, man?
Was I ready for the life? As a matter of fact, yeah.
Really?
So for those who don't know, that was a little bit. Ready for this lifestyle is Samsung's stupid fucking motto about the foldables. And I think I have the advantage of not having the fold, which is very huge and distinct.
Because, yeah, like that, if in its unfolded state, if you're not looking at the screen, like the crease,
yeah,
it could be anything.
Yeah,
you
and your average
fold,
your average person,
or flip
too,
so,
like your average person, for example, who doesn't know a ton about phones, would see that crease and be like, fucked up screen, or fucked up screen protector. They're not gonna immediately go, foldable device, you know?
He took a big iron rod and smashed it directly on the center of his screen, causing a divot.
Yeah, that's how foldables work, right? Samsung just
like
pins
that.
it between two blocks and just karate chops it in half.
Yeah, they actually have a dedicated guy who does it. the phones get sent down the production line, and he just goes with his hand,
and they fold.
and then they fold in half, and the hinges just develop while it's in packaging.
It's like nanotech from fucking
like
Avengers. That. But no, actually, dude, the foldable life. It's early on still. I've only had it for about a month now, but depending on future reliability, I more than likely will not own a non-folding phone going forward.
Damn.
Just because all the advantages, like, greatly outweigh the cons at the moment. Like I said, going forward, that could change, but this phone's great. No one's commented on it yet. I've opened it a few times in public when I got my second COVID dose, a couple things like that. Like, I've opened it at stores. No one seems to notice it just yet. One Z Flip downside, I will say. And I don't know if this is really a downside or if it's coincidence or what. I'm still in the testing.
A gripence of yours?
Might be a gripence. It might soon classify as a gripence.
Gripence may be my favorite ongoing Synapse Misfire joke.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is a good one. But I believe, I have a hunch that the crease is fucking with QR codes on my phone screen.
In what way?
Dunkin' Donuts app, trying to pay in the app, they scan a QR code. It's in the center of the screen. And I have to, every time they do it, I have to like turn my phone at an angle in order for them to be able to scan it. Because just a tiny little lower portion of the QR code wraps into the curve.
That's such an odd problem.
So
something you don't anticipate. Like when I got my Fiesta, I'd be like, yeah, it's a fucking same Econo box as my accent.
Yep.
And then the one weird issue like that is it doesn't have a sunglasses holder. So my sunglasses are just sitting in my cup holder right now.
Although one weird issue is trying to scan a barcode or QR code.
Yeah, something stupid.
Something
like
just so bizarre. And it's not bad. I just have to like wiggle it around to try to get it to scan. And it's hit or miss. Like sometimes it's like bink, scans, and then other times it's like and it's been multiple stores. So originally I thought maybe it was just one store, but it's been multiple stores. So that's about it though. This phone's fucking great. That's what I gotta say.
I ain't gonna lie. I have messed around with it a little bit when
when you were shadowing.
When I was hanging out with you at work, and I do like it. It's a nice phone.
Yeah, no, it's quality. I do like it. It's one of those things you have to just kind of shut the bad stuff out of your mind, like maybe it's not as durable as a regular phone, but you just kind of have to.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Not sweat it. I guess.
Here's the thing is that's why I'm observing you. 24/7.
Oh yeah.
To see if the phone breaks.
It crashed before I even know it crashed. Chris gets in my door and he goes, "Look, hairline fracture." I'm like, "Oh fuck."
They're like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I pull out a microscope to show you.
There's a single dead pixel.
Check this out. There is a crack forming that's 22 micrometers right now, and it's gonna become a big problem.
And it's expanding fast. We gotta do something.
It's 28 micrometers now.
Oh my god, 28.7. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Give us 6 months, this screen will be cracked. I just realized that bit is not going to land as well in audio because you can't see me look at my watch. Damn it. We need a video format. I was just like, what time is it now? 6 months? Sounds about right.
Yeah. Maybe we might want to talk about that after the show.
Yeah.
Figuring something out.
Yeah, we should. But yeah, no, dude, Z Flip, I fucking love it. Like, it's good.
You're Zing, you're flipping.
I'm Zing, I'm flipping. The outside display is great. The battery life has not been an issue. Like, literally, right? I work from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. I use the phone casually throughout the day, browsing Reddit, go on lunch, watch some YouTube, things like that. If I use it, like, more than an average day, say I'm just kind of waiting around for calls and things, maybe 4 o'clock will come around and I'm at 50%, right? Plug this bitch into the 25-watt charger, finish my day, get home at 85 in an hour.
Yeah, honestly,
it's no problem.
Honestly, and you're also at a desk too.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal.
Not at all.
Honestly. You know what I want to bring up now that I didn't even put on the notes, and I just got reminded of this 10 minutes ago. It wasn't 10 minutes ago. It was 10 minutes before you showed up.
So roughly 32 minutes ago.
Yes. So, speaking of battery life, my mouse and the G502 Lightspeed, the wireless G502.
Yeah.
The battery life on that is really going downhill.
Oh no.
I have to. rather than having to charge it like, it was like once a week, maybe. Now I have to charge it like every goddamn day.
Really?
Yeah.
And suddenly too, or was that like an ongoing thing?
It's been getting lower and lower.
But now
it's like really
tanked.
noticeable. Like probably every 16 hours I have to charge it.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
like it'll just happen in the morning or like right when I get home or something.
God, that's so inconvenient. I hate that. That's the one thing I like about my mouse is I can use it wired too, which you probably can if I had to guess with the
I can do
502. But I have a charging dock for it, so I just slap it on, and if I leave my PC in sleep mode, it charges.
Here's my theory. I'm having a conspiracy theory right now.
Uh-oh.
I think they intentionally made the battery life. They intentionally used shitty batteries that will have lower life spans to sell the wireless charging mouse pad.
Good point. Give it a smaller battery, or a weaker battery, or a lower quality battery.
Yeah.
Like a lower, kind of like a power supply, lower tier instead of a gold. Give this baby a bronze or just no fucking. It's just a nuke waiting to go off, and then sell dozens and dozens and dozens of thousands of wireless charging mouse pads. Which that thing's sick, but I don't like the idea of having my arm on top of a wireless charger at all times.
I was gonna buy one. I was gonna buy one as well, but I was like, I already spent, because I bought a keyboard and that at the same time. So I'm like, I'm already spending like $220, $225. I'm not gonna spend another $100 on this stupid thing. I'll just plug it in when I need to.
And now,
and now, you know.
Maybe we should have.
Or maybe I'll just rip open the mouse and put a new battery in it myself.
That's what I was gonna say. Is you could totally just do that.
Because I'm a man of action.
Man of action.
A man of no action. No man at all.
Can we do like a Reddit reminder? Remind me in 8 months when Chris puts a battery, and then we just have him crying on the floor because he lost the screw. It's like, no.
I'll just make my own screw.
He's gonna go forge a screw in the backyard. Screw for his mouse.
In the Suburban, fun fact, my radio screws in my adventures of taking the radio out and putting it back 28 times. I put the factory radio back in. That was my ultimate solution. That alternator line, that's still there.
Oh,
it's just not as bad.
Oh no.
I don't think it ever wasn't there.
Shit.
So, anyway.
Time for a new truck.
Yeah, something like that. If I can afford one in this fucking crazy market.
Remind me about that after this.
I lost one of the screws. One of the screws, I took it out and it fell down into the dash.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit. I can't get that. And I saw it. I was like, oh, I see it. And I got one of the little grabby things. And I tried to get it with that. And I just knocked it further down. So I'm like, oh. Well, I'm not going to rip apart the whole dash to get this.
No.
So I just didn't. And I took a drywall screw. You know, one of the little black ones.
Yeah.
And I just threaded it in there. And it
worked. Have you heard about the Toshiba voltage regulator shortage?
I have not, but it sounds serious.
So there's a specific voltage regulator that's used on like gaming consoles, graphics cards, basically like high-end components essentially. It's pretty widely used. Cars, trucks, like a lot of shit. But the primary effect is obviously cars, trucks, PS5s, Series X. Toshiba cannot meet demand until roughly 2023.
Goddamn.
So it's like, dude, this is gonna be the weirdest console generation ever. This is gonna be like, yo, I got a PS5. Oh, Sony just announced the PS6. Oh, okay, cool. Like usually you get that overlap where like PS4 comes out and some people are just getting like PS3s towards the end of its lifespan. The fuck are you listening to, Google? Google just came on up and was like, huh? But like, for example, when the PS5 came out, people are like, yeah, there's plenty of people who are planning on rocking the PS4 for years to come. You don't get that choice now.
No, you really don't.
You do not.
I usually I have a habit of buying consoles towards the end of the generation.
When there's a reason.
Yeah.
Like a specific game or something.
I got a PS4 for Red Dead 2 in March of 2019.
I remember that, yeah. Yep.
And I'm like, I know this thing's going away soon.
And then that's 2 years, 3 years.
And then it's a couple of years. And then I end up, PS5 is announced. Huh. Maybe I'll get some. Maybe I'll get one when it comes out. And then turns out
gone.
global pandemic, silicon shortage. Who would have accounted?
PS what now?
Who would have accounted for that? So now I got a PS4, and that's kind of it. And I have a PC.
Yeah. So did you see Sony's announcements at all? Hear anything about them?
No.
You're gonna be hyped.
Am I?
All right. So I just want to throw this at Chris because I can't wait to see his reaction. So Sony just had their event.
Okay.
A couple things that were shown off. A lot of it was CGI trailers, but 2, maybe 3 specific things are cool. Uncharted 4.
Okay.
And Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, which was like the side piece to that game, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like how Miles Morales is to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's coming to PS5 and PC in 2022.
Okay.
So that's cool. Exciting. Very exciting.
Very interesting.
Gameplay was shown for God of War Ragnarok.
Woo!
And it looks fucking sick, dude.
I'm sure it does.
Oh, it looks so good.
Is it going to just be on PS5 though?
Just be on PS5. And actually, all right, it might be 4, but it doesn't say. But I can assume because there was a rumor. I just
want to play it on 5 though.
I'm not playing it on 4. Like I will pay a scalper price for a 5, dude. Like I'll figure something out.
You finish the game, and then I'll just give you some money to just use the
like
PS5
$250
for a couple weeks to play the game, and then I'll just give it back to you.
So that brings me to the next game, which I have the same ideology on. I will not play this on PS4 if it comes out, which I don't think it's gonna, because there was a rumor that Horizon Forbidden West will be the last double version, essentially.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2
was announced.
That Spider-Man game was so good.
So
I'm not even like a huge Marvel
guy.
fan, honestly. It's just like the first few movies are like somewhat interesting. Now it's just all like CGI, and that's it. It's basically an animated movie.
Yep.
But I am less of a Marvel fan. I'm more of a Spider-Man fan. I like Spider-Man conceptually.
Absolutely. So Spider-Man 2 was announced. They have. It was funny because I'm not a big comic book guy, but immediately the voiceover, I'm like, that's fucking Kraven the Hunter, dude. And now the whole internet's like, we think that's Kraven, we think that's Kraven. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't realize I actually knew who the fuck that was. Oh. I knew him from Spider-Man Web of Shadows because he's in that game.
Spider-Man.
But it's voiced over by seemingly Kraven the Hunter. It shows Spider-Man and Miles Morales, or Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and seemingly there's some slight little hints towards there being maybe co-op. Oh. That would be cool. The other thing is, at the very end of the trailer, it shows Venom.
Interesting.
Fucking shows Venom. So that's hype. Now, here's my only complaint. In typical game fashion, they're like, "Yo, check out this game," but it's years away. So it's announced for it's announced for 2023.
Yeah,
it's years away.
Check. I feel like that. If I was developing a video game, and I'm assuming these people have the inside kind of knowledge of like what's going on with parts availability, more so than us. Like we're not a production environment. We're just people,
consumers.
Yeah. So we understand there's a problem, but they know
the numbers.
Yeah, they know the numbers, and they may have understood that there was a problem or going to be a problem maybe months in advance. So like, okay, Toshiba says 2023. Other companies are saying 2023. All right, that's when we're going to put out our game, because now we're going to have people, now we're going to have PS5s to give people.
Yeah. So Insomniac is working on that. And they announced, with again another CGI trailer, no release date, vague, but they announced a Wolverine game.
Ooh.
They haven't confirmed if it's R-rated or what it is to see if it's bloody or if it's not, but the trailer hints at it being potentially bloody because it's basically just him in a bar with people fucked up everywhere. So
I'm
hyped,
was
dude.
The Wolverine game for
Origins, was it? It's based off the movie. The movie tie-in game was better than the fucking movie.
I liked the movie, but last time I watched it I was like 8, so
that might be why. I like certain scenes from the movie, yeah. Except for the Deadpool scene. There was
that game, and that game was pretty good. I liked that game because but I only played like about an hour of it because I didn't have like a actual console.
Mm-hmm.
So I played it while I was at my brother's house on his PlayStation.
Damn.
And that
Those
was
are the
it.
days. But yeah, they announced that. Obviously, the God of War Ragnarok gameplay, dude. Oh, it looks so good. Like it's weird, right? There's like a city. Kratos is just walking around like civilians.
That's weird, bro.
And it's like this doesn't feel right. They show Thor, they show Tyr. Like it's a badass trailer, dude.
Dude, it's
Atreus is a lot older as well.
okay. So
He's a lot taller. Like you know, in the first game, you're trying to teach him how to hunt.
Yeah.
The trailer starts with him fucking carrying a deer on his back and
go.
dropping it in front of Kratos. He's pretty much a beast now.
It's GTA Kratos edition.
He gets in a car and drives
He's
off.
just walking around like random people in like an urban environment.
But so it shows like more verticality. Like it shows him using the Blades of Chaos as like a grappling hook
to
and shit,
climb.
which is cool. So cool shit like that.
That's
it looks like
interesting.
more of the same but more improved. Wicked cool moves and shit. So looks fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that game. I can't wait for Uncharted on PC. There's another point I was trying to get to, I think, with God of War. Oh, I just fucking had it and then I lost it again. God damn it. Something about God of War. Fuck. I had something. It'll come back to me eventually. But, yeah, they made some cool announcements. So, Sony came out swinging, dude. Swinging. Like, at spots, it's like, yo, we got Forza, we got Halo Infinite with no co-op. Sony was like, hold my beer, bro. Like,
Sony's like,
just
all right,
came
we
out
got
swinging.
New Spider-Man, new God of War,
Uncharted on
PC. And and Microsoft is like, yo, we got Craig.
Yes.
Yes, I'm buying a Series X.
Hell yes.
For
They did Krieg. They did Krieg. Oh, and that's the other one they showed
might
off.
Be two episodes in a row we've mentioned fucking Craig from Halo Infinite.
Craig is gonna be an ongoing thing. I just know. I love him. They also showed gameplay of something I'm more excited for now than I was just knowing about it. But Borderlands Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
I heard
that game
whispers
cool.
about that for the last like few years, honestly.
It's like a Borderlands game with a D&D spin on it. It's kind of cool looking. It's like Borderlands gameplay, but I believe there's D&D elements like die rolling and shit. So
like a tabletop kind of thing.
Yes, but no. Still first-person shooter, but it has tabletop elements.
Interesting.
So I believe like it might pan out, and then you do a tabletop thing. Then you have to play it or some
Okay.
shit. It seems more like a normal Borderlands game, but I think it's narrated by like a D&D perspective and like a dungeon master who makes decisions and things. It seems cool. It's still a little vague as to what it really
That's kind
is.
of interesting, actually. It's almost like, it could almost be like a Mario Party type thing.
Yeah.
Where it pans out to a game board, and then like you roll dice, you take your turn and whatever.
Yeah, that's true. Something like that would be pretty cool. I'm gonna say I like Borderlands gameplay loop too. It's such a grindy shooter, so kind of like it.
I played Borderlands 2 a fair amount, and Borderlands
The pre-sequel?
Yeah, that one, pre-sequel. I played a good amount of that, like 8 or 10 hours of it.
Damn.
And then Borderlands 3 I haven't touched. I don't have it, actually, surprisingly. It's a game I haven't touched, but I actually don't own, which is rare. Because usually I buy games, and I just don't touch them.
Yeah, right. That's true. You do that. I'm also hyped for Deathloop next week, dude.
That's next week?
Yeah, Thursday.
Damn.
The 14th. I'm also sad. This is the second time Sony has bit me in the ass with their stupid exclusivity. The first one was Marvel's Avengers. They only have Spider-Man on the PS4 version of the game. That's why I bought it on PS4. Even though the game's ass, I still want to see how Spider-Man handles when he comes out. But then Deathloop, if you get it on PS5, your melee weapon becomes the sword from Dishonored. I was like, oh, come on. That'd be cool. That'd be cool, but it's a PS5 only thing. Like, fuck you.
That's weird.
Like, stupid ass, dumb motherfucker. Even though Dishonored is infinitely better to play on PC, but that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, one of these days I'll play Dishonored 2 as well.
It's on Game Pass. And you probably own it.
It's in my Steam library.
Fucking ass, dude. But, damn, what did I want to say about God of War, dude? Fuck, bro, fuck. I forget now. I really do. That I do.
Sorry to hear that.
Should be Alzheimer's kicking in.
Must be.
But, dude, I'm hyped for God of War. I can't wait for Spider-Man 2, but all that shit is like, I need PS5 for that. Oh, I remember now. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks, Chris. I reminded myself when I said PS5 because I was like, what's special about the PS5? Oh yeah, storage speed and how powerful it is. Supposedly the rumor is in God of War Ragnarok you'll be able to explore all 9 realms, like how you could explore like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, there's a couple.
You can do all 9 supposedly.
That's pretty cool.
If that is true, that'd be fucking sick. Imagine going from fucking Helheim to fucking Jotunheim.
Because there was a couple like extras in that game, whereas like the extra realms where they
had
for,
Valkyries
like,
and shit, I think, in some of them. If I'm not mistaken, from the Valkyrie challenge.
I don't remember. I know one of them was you go there just like for loot. It was like a gauntlet. You could only
that's
go
the
in for a
Infinity
limited
Gauntlet
time.
Easter egg thing, yeah. Yep.
You could only go in for a limited time, and you ran around to pick up loot.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, a gauntlet, as in not a gauntlet,
Yeah.
but
I'm thinking there's an Easter egg in the first God of War, or not first, but God of War 2018, where you can get the Infinity Gauntlet and all the 5 stones, and it gives you like special powers and shit. That was cool. But yeah, no, it's like a time trial almost.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'd be cool to explore all the 9 realms. That'd be sick. Also, just God of War. I hope they do the same thing they did with the first one. Or I keep saying the first one, but the first in the reboot series, where it's one continuous camera angle. Like that's seriously underrated. Like how cool it is in a way.
It is pretty interesting.
Where there's no jump cuts or anything. It's all just one continuous camera angle. Like the first time you meet Baldur, and Kratos gets punched into the sky, and instead of it cutting to like a wide angle, it just follows him into the sky. Like you get such a sense of like, holy fuck, you know?
Yeah.
I fucking love it, dude. So I don't think they could possibly fuck it up. The only thing that people are like meh about is Cory Barlog, who is the creative director of the new one, is not creative directing this one. It's like a understudy of his or some shit, like a coworker of his. He's working on something else. But the game looks like, if you look at the gameplay trailer, it looks like God of War 2018 did. So they can't fuck it up. I'm hype. Well, we'll be talking about that shit when it comes out.
I'm sure. All right, I need to clear my nasal passages.
That might be a good idea. Breathing is somewhat important.
That's what they keep telling me.
Shit.
You want to talk about Red Dead? You want to talk about Red Dead Redemption 2?
It sounds familiar, but
It's that game. It was like pretty.
is it the GTA but cowboy one?
Yeah, it was kind of underrated. It was very good.
Yeah, not many people played it. It had cowboys. I think. Did it have horses? I think it had horses.
And a couple, yeah.
Couple of horses. And it had that fucking really annoying character. What's his name? Arthur. Right? That guy's annoying.
Anyway, I started my 100% run.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And it begins. How's that going?
It's fine. I'm taking it slow. I'm only playing like a little bit at a time.
Yeah. It's not something you could sink yourself into. You'll burn yourself out immediately.
Yeah, because I have, I'm doing like a bunch of the extra stuff at the moment. Like I'm doing a lot of like fishing.
Yeah. Did you make a whole new save from the start, or did you reload an old save, or go back?
I started a new one.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
So I did a lot of story stuff. Like I played up to the very beginning of part 4, and then I just stopped and I started playing. I started doing I started doing a bunch of side stuff.
Yep.
Because the 100% checklist is kind of lenient. Very lenient, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
You only need to do like 25 stranger missions and like 10 stranger missions, 25 random encounters, 6 gang hideouts. You need to be ambushed at least once.
Easiest way is go to Murphy Brood territory and try to set up camp.
Yeah.
They'll ambush your ass.
There's just in the list, it just says bushwhacked. It gets checked off because I got by the Lemoyne Raiders.
Hell yeah.
After you do the bounty for their leader. And you have to do like 5 bounties. I think you have to fill out like 150 animals from the compendium. 10 horses. You have to use like 49 weapons of the 58 available. Yeah. So there's
a lot to it.
There's a lot you have to do, and I think the most pain in the ass stuff is going to be the cigarette cards, because you have to collect all of them.
Yeah.
There's 12 sets of 12.
Do you have to do any of the gambler challenges too?
You have to
Those
do
are
all
hard.
the challenges.
Yeah, that's what I thought. The Gambler one's good fucking luck. I hear bad things about Gambler 4 or 5, whatever one it is, the last one.
Jesus, what do you have to do? You have to just win a certain amount, or
Yeah, let me look up the Gambler challenge. I'll tell you what they are.
you have to do. I think you have to do 9 challenges, and I think there's only 9. So.
Gambler 8, Gambler 9. Let me see.
Oh, and you have to.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, Jesus.
have to-
Gambler 10 is win 3 hands of poker in a row.
Ooh. That's kind of tough.
Gambler 8 is the one they complain about for sure. Win 3 hands of blackjack with 3 hits or more. Shid.
You, Oh, sorry. Red Dead Redemption 2 has 90 challenges. I think 9 with 10 levels.
Yeah.
I think you have to fully do all 9 of them.
I'm pretty sure. Every time I see someone talk about 100%, that's what it is. You know what game I'm really close to 100%ing that I haven't played in years? Spider-Man PS4. I still have the save and everything.
Really?
I'm like real close to 100%. I need to do like 2 more hideouts and like a side mission, and I'm done.
I don't think I've ever 100%ed a game.
I don't think so either. I really want to with Spider-Man PS4, and I'm thinking about doing it. I think I need to do it, but I want to get it on PS5. I would love to 100% Spider-Man PS4 on PS5, and then Miles Morales on PS5, and then the second one PS5, because that game is just like
If I
my bread and butter.
100% Red Dead 2, I don't know what would be next.
So if you 100% Red Dead 2, right? So mathematically, if you play an hour of Red Dead 2 every year, right? And then you do that until you 100% it, you might be able to get a PS5.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If
my math serves me correct.
Jesus. I feel like that's going to be my logical end point with Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to take me a few months, honestly. Yeah. At the rate I'm playing and the rate it takes to get stuff, it's probably going to take me a couple months.
Chris 100% it. He leans back. He's like, holy shit. And then his phone beeps like, Red Dead 2 Undead Nightmare. With 10 more challenges. He's like, fuck!
You have to do... you have to prestige all the challenges. You have to do them all again. They all reset.
Get to 10th prestige. Oh, no. It's Undead Nightmare. It's like, fuck 3 zombies. You're like, oh, shit.
Oh, god damn it. But I think that's going to be my logical endpoint with Red Dead 2, and then I'm probably going to put it down for God knows how long.
And then after that, you know what you could logically 100% after that? Cyberpunk. Once that's fixed.
Yeah, I suppose I could. I could give it a shot.
There's a lot in that game.
If I don't, finish my 100% run on Red Dead 2 and just go, sit back in my chair and my brain decides, all right, he's done everything, and just kills me instantly. It just shuts off my brain. It disconnects my brain stem.
It just has a pair of scissors. It's like, night, night, bitch.
That's what it was waiting for. So waiting for me to finish a 100% run on Red Dead 2.
That's fucking great, dude. Actually thinking about Red Dead 2. I did pick it up a couple days ago. Just fired it up, played a little bit more of it. And I'm like, man, this game is just so good.
It's fun to mess around with
for a little while.
A little bit.
It's almost like how I used to be with GTA 5 when that first came out the first time, not the 4th time, but the first time.
Oh, like the 360.
Dude, the amount of flack that game's getting right now on
really?
Because of the PS5 trailer. They showed off a trailer at the PlayStation event that was like made for PS5, remastered graphics, and people I thought the same thing. It looks identical. The only feature that they announced, Chris, for this PS5 version of the game that I was actually like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it would have been cooler if this game wasn't already 9 years old, is because of the SSD. You know how you would character switch and it would be like pew, 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 out, then it would move across the map and do pew, 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 in really slowly.
Yeah.
It does that instantaneously now, so it goes out, sideways, and then onto the character, and you immediately can switch between both of them.
Please, for the love of God, make another game.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's the only feature that I was like, oh, it's kind of cool. Okay.
Well, I don't know. They put out Red Dead 2, 2018?
Yep.
That's a high bar to meet now.
Yeah. I just want a Bully remastered, man.
Bully 2.
Or Bully 2. Bully's just such a incredible game.
I feel like
it's my one. Literally, if I get a Steam Deck and they're like, you can play one game on this, and then it's gonna self-destruct. It's Bully. The first game I'm playing on it is Bully.
I think I might have Bully. I think I might have gotten it free with something.
Well, because fucking Rockstar broke the Android version of the game. I had it on my phone. I used to play it all the time, and when Android 11 came out, they didn't fix it to work with Android 11, so you can't play it anymore. So I'm pissed.
That's weird, because I know they had San Andreas and like
I have that, yeah.
Vice City on Android, but I didn't know they had Bully.
Yep, they have Bully. It's good too. It's like one of the best mobile ports, dude.
Really?
It's fucking crisp. It runs at like 60 frames. It's great, dude.
Damn.
It's a great port. It's actually like the one enjoyable mobile game I've played in years.
I actually had Bully on the 360 because you could emulate it on the 360. Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's something I would play.
It's a good game.
If they did a remaster, I'd 100% play it.
Yeah, I should try to 100% Bully. Didn't think of that. That'd be a good game for me to do it with.
Since it's an older game, there's definitely a lot less to do.
Yeah.
And it plays.
I remember.
It's Rockstar. It's a Rage engine, so it plays pretty much like Red Dead 2, honestly.
Yeah. Dude, the combat in Bully is better than the hand-to-hand combat. I mean, in Bully is better than GTA. Like, it really is.
Well, because that's kind of all you got, really. I think can't you get like a slingshot or something?
Yeah, you get a slingshot, pipe bomb, firecracker things.
Pipe bomb.
Yeah, it's firecrackers, but it blows up like a pipe bomb.
Oh, okay.
They call it firecrackers, but that shit would kill if it was. They're like, yeah, it's a firecracker. You throw it and it takes out a crowd.
Jesus.
So, you get slingshots though, yeah. That game's you just should be able to spray paint. That used to be my favorite part. Is tagging shit or spraying fucking spray paint in their eyes in a fight.
Jesus.
And kicking the shit out of them.
So you can, but it's mainly hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, no, it's like almost all hand-to-hand.
That's why it makes sense. It wouldn't make sense if in Bully you're in the middle of a fight with someone and you just pull out a gun and shoot them.
Yeah. There's also a boxing tournament mode in that game too, where you went through different tiers of bots and you'd unlock a new hideout once you got it and shit. That was cool. The boxing was really fun because it was legit. It was like fight night. It's kind of cool. One of the only side activities in the game I'd actually consider playing.
In the UK, Bully isn't called Bully. It's called something else because they thought the name would encourage bullying.
Really? I want to see. I think I remember this. It's called dumb name.
It's something in Latin, I believe.
Canis Canum Edit. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Rockstar Bully has received a name change. Yeah, it's now known as Canis Canum Edit, which is Latin for dog-eat-dog.
Jesus Christ.
That's I forgot about that. I remember hearing about that on a YouTube video. See, this is what the cover looks like instead.
Bruh. The UK is fucking wild, bro. This game will encourage bullying. It's literally about a piece of shit kid.
What about
who fights people at boarding school?
What about Grand Theft Auto? Did they change that to like, do things in city?
Guy take car. Yeah, because it encourages thievery.
Yeah. Also, Bully, Bully has a really wholesome story. Like, if you play it, like, the game literally starts off with you as this troubled fuckface, and then by the end of it, you literally save the people at your school from dying. Yeah. Like, you end up being the hero in that game. Like, Bully. It's gonna encourage a bully. Oh no.
It's gonna encourage fucking bullying. Weird. I think, bullying in general kind of sucks, but I think we need to bring it back to some extent.
Imagine Red Dead 2 hand-to-hand combat in Bully. It's just like you're just beating some dude into the ground.
If they have that system where, where Arthur grabs someone and you can just beat
wail
or
on
choke or whatever.
Which technically it does have that, but it's not as visceral because you can put him on the ground and you can grapple him and just punch him.
There is also
Bully with an R rating would be dope.
They don't actually tell you about this in Red Dead anywhere. But if you have the lasso out and you run at someone and hit F, you can tackle them and immediately hogtie them.
Yep, that used to be the strategy. That was meta in Red Dead Online.
Really?
When you were trying to fight other people, you could just on Red Dead Online, if you try to lasso someone, they can resist it. Versus NPCs can't.
Well, yeah.
But online, that was broken where you would just tackle them and they had no chance, but they would just immediately get captured.
We should play Red Dead Online at some point.
It's actually fun for a couple hours, and then
I think it'd be fun with the boys.
Yeah, it would. It's fun. I've played it before with my brother when it first came out. The day it launched, we were like, yeah, let's go. And we're like, this is cool, and then we never played it again.
Damn.
So.
I don't know, man. I think I think Red Dead Online would be pretty fun.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I been playing State of Decay 2 again, dude. I went hard in the paint. Still going hard in the paint. The Homecoming update. Dude, it's worth it. It's a sick fucking update. So, the game gets a lot more story focused now. Okay. And on top of that, I cranked the difficulty because I've always played on normal, which is like a fairly, hard challenge, but you can kind of figure out how systems work and manipulate them in your favor and things. Dude, I cranked up the difficulty 1 tier. There's like 6 tiers. I cranked it up 1 tier to Dread. Jesus. And it's so fucking hard. For the first time since the game came out, I lost a character genuinely because they died.
Damn.
I was like, damn.
State of Decay 2 is on Game Pass.
Yep.
State of Decay 1 is not.
Is not, no. But you can get it on Steam for like $5 or some shit.
State of Decay 2. And I'd like to play State of Decay 1 first, because I remember loving the shit out of that game on the 360.
Yeah, I reinstalled it because I wanted to go back to it. Then I realized I went back to it and was just looking around, and I was like, State of Decay 2 doesn't look great. Like, the graphics are maybe 2014-ish, I'd say, like high-end for 2014.
I mean,
very smooth.
That's kind of when the game came out. So.
No, State of Decay 2.
Oh.
It's very, like, smooth. State of Decay 1 looks rough, dude.
State of Decay 1 was like 2013, right?
Sometime around then, yeah. 2013, 2012. No, 2011, I think.
2011?
I think it's from 2011.
Yeah, because the new consoles came out in 2013, and they're not new anymore.
And it was only on the 360.
Jesus.
Pretty sure it was 2011. I'll find out, though.
360 games, in my head, look way better than they actually looked. Because going back and playing Red Dead 1, like, there's no... Do you mind? Going back and playing Red Dead 1, I was like, there's nothing on this map.
No, it was... That's weird. Hang on. I need to make sure that's not just the Steam release date, because it came out the same day as the PS4.
Oh, because, no. Steam release date was like 2 years after, so... But riding through, like, the same areas in Red Dead 1 as you do in Red Dead 2, there's so much more happening in Red Dead 2 at any given point than there is in Red Dead 1. There's, like, almost nothing on that map.
Apparently we're both just not remembering things right.
Really?
Somehow, the game came out on Xbox in June of 2013, and then came out on PC in November of 2013.
What? I remember
it being on Xbox. It was an Xbox arcade game.
Yeah. I remember it coming out in, like, it must have been, like, 2012. That's how I remember it, because I had the Xbox. I got the Xbox in 2012.
Yeah, original version on the 360, June 5th, 2013.
And then I remember buying it, and then seeing it was on Steam after I had a PC for, like, a year, which was, like, 2015. So... I distinctly remember this game coming out on PC like 2.5 years after it was on Xbox.
Could you be confusing it for the Year of Survival Edition? That one? That came out in 2015?
Maybe.
That was 2 years after. That's what I'm thinking, because that's what I thought of, too. It's the Year of Survival Edition.
Is that like the game of the year?
Basically, yeah. It came with like updated graphics and shit. It was a really good version of the game, too. Year 1 Survival Edition is what it's called. That's the version you should play. Regardless though, dude, State of Decay 2, like, the graphics aren't the greatest, but I gotta say, it's so fun. I cannot wait for State of Decay 3, dude. I just can't handle it. It's probably the only Microsoft fucking IP that I'm even interested in.
State of Decay.
Yeah.
Damn. State of Decay, Year 1 Survival Edition.
Yeah.
Is $19.99.
Really? Yeah, wait for a sale. Surprised it's still that expensive.
I will probably see if I can find a
certain code.
A gray market key.
Definitely can. But yeah, dude. I was playing the shit out of it. It's really tough on Dread difficulty. I was playing the new map with the story. It's really cool. It's not the greatest story. I'm kind of just like, what it proves to me. I'm like, yeah, the gameplay's fun. They know how to make a map that's somewhat interesting. They know how to, give you some good zombie variety and shit. Combat's good enough. What I want them to do now is leave behind what they have on this story, which is what they're planning on doing, because it basically goes State of Decay 1 is like the starting chapter. The Heartland DLC for State of Decay 2 is the second chapter, and then this is the final chapter, essentially. So it sounds like they're rounding it out to kind of leave that area, which is good, which makes sense. State of Decay 3 shows it in a snow biome with like zombie animals and shit.
Interesting.
So I think with what they've learned, they got the gameplay down for the most part. You know, they need to definitely improve certain elements of it, but they just need to give that shit a story, and I'm all there, dude. I'm all there. I don't know if I told you. I swear I remember telling someone this. Maybe it was you. Maybe it was on the podcast, but I'll say it again just in case. What was funny was in this new DLC, which obviously came out after State of Decay 3 was announced.
Yep.
State of Decay 3 shows for the first time in the series zombie animals. Shows a zombie deer. And in this DLC, one of the missions, the guy's like, have you guys ever wondered why there's no animals that are affected by the zombies? And I was just like, oh shit, they're building something here. So I've yet to finish it though.
So you haven't finished the DLC. So I imagine maybe they lead into that.
That's what it seems like.
Or maybe it's just supposed to be a meta sort of reference.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of one.
But
anyway.
Still, yeah, I'm hyped, dude. Can't fucking wait. State of Decay Tree. State of Decay 2 co-op is pretty fun too. Except it has like a leader system, which is kind of annoying. And if you get too far away from each other, it teleports the second player back towards the first. Shit like that.
Weird. Like Far Cry?
Yeah, like Far Cry. And it's a bit buggy too.
State of Decay 3, it just ends with you detonating planet Earth. You go to the moon. That's how the game ends.
Basically,
it takes like a completely Saints Row turn.
It's
where you go to the fucking moon or you go to Mars or whatever.
Zenyatta shows up. He's like, come with me.
It's not even like another generic alien. It's him. He shows up and he's like, come on, man.
It's him and Johnny Gat, and it's in like Saints Row 3 graphic style too.
So it looks so out of place because it's Saints Row 3 PlayStation 3 graphics.
Yeah.
On State of Decay 3, and he just comes from a wormhole and he takes everyone and then blows up the planet.
And that's too fucking great, dude. But yeah, dude, I like it. I can't wait for State of Decay 3. I want them to take their time. Like, genuinely, like, if they say this game's going to come out in 2024, that's fine. Make it good. Make it, like, State of Decay 3, State of Decay 3 and State of Decay as a whole has the foundation to be the best, like, zombie survival game that's been made. It just has all the elements that, like, a lot of zombie games don't have. It's like, you either run around shooting zombies all the time. Like, zombie games are one of three things. They're linear story games, they're open world hack and slash style games, or they're horde shooters. That's like pretty much a summary of every zombie game.
Yeah.
So
horde shooter, Left 4 Dead, Call of Duty Zombies, open world hack and slash,
Dead Rising.
Yeah.
And then like story focused ones, straight linear games would be something kind of akin to like the Walking Dead Telltale games or the Walking Dead Survival. Is it called Survival or Survival Instincts? I think it is. So, you know.
What was that shitty one was that Survival Instinct?
With Daryl?
The shitty one with Daryl and Merle on the 360. I bought that and I was like,
it was a fun time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was alright.
And then I think I traded it I don't think I traded it to GameStop. I traded it like to a person for something else.
Yeah. That game was funny. That game was weird. That game was just capitalizing on Daryl as a character. That's all it was.
Because he was like a fan favorite.
At the time.
I used to be a massive Walking Dead fan. Is that show over yet?
No, they just started at season 11 or 12, I think.
12?
I think so.
That show should have been over.
Let me see.
8 years ago. Bro, like that 8 years ago, before it even began.
Season 11 they just started.
Season fucking 11. I watched seasons 1 through 3.5.
And then immediately dropped off. A lot of people did.
I was like, man, I don't care about this show anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that interesting anymore. I get it, but I feel like it way overstayed its welcome.
Yeah, I agree.
Unlike, like, Breaking Bad, Mr. Robot.
They all have an end.
They came and went. Like, Breaking Bad 5 seasons, Mr. Robot was 4. Fucking The Walking Dead is turning into zombie Family Guy. It's been around for way too long. You know?
Zombie Family Guy. That's a good. Yeah. It's gonna be The Simpsons soon.
Family Guy's been going on since like 1999, and it hasn't been good in like 8 or 9 years.
Yeah.
It hasn't been good for a long time.
While on the topic of zombies, I think this is probably a good question to round it out. Something I actually thought about the other day. So I'm a pretty big zombie guy. I like zombie stories, especially good ones. And I also just like zombie killing. It's cool. It's almost like a way to get gore in a game without that human factor in a way. As much as they are humans, but you don't think of them that way in the moment.
You just kind of,
you're like, oh, creature, kill. You know.
Yeah. It's easier to get away with, like the demons in Doom.
Yeah, like demons in Doom. Like
you're humanoid,
and you're fucking them up,
and you're like ripping their arms off
and sticking them in their mouth, but it's not a human.
It's not a person, so you can get away with it a bit more.
Yeah,
I feel.
Well, yeah, 100. If there was a Doom game where you literally grabbed a adult male and ripped his arm off and shoved it in his throat,
like if people got mad about the torture scene in GTA 5, like
yeah, But what is your favorite element of zombie media? Fuck you. This is supposed to be serious, you son of a bitch. My favorite element is going to be fire to fucking kill you with it. Anyway, what is your favorite element of zombie media? Like, for example, I'll start with mine so you kind of get what I'm trying to explain.
Okay.
My favorite element of like a zombie show, zombie game, zombie book is the start. It's the confusion at the beginning. Examples. Telltale's The Walking Dead. First 2 episodes. Episode 1, you get injured in a car crash. Yep. You make it to your first hub survival as a group. Episode 2, you hunt for food. After that, it's all just normal Walking Dead stuff. Those first 2 episodes capitalize. Like, I'm like, yes, this is what I like about zombie stories. Example number 2, The Last of Us. First Last of Us starts off, you're a young girl, helpless in bed. You escape by the skin of your fucking teeth, dude. Just barely driving in a car with your dad and your fucking uncle. And then the car flips over. And then you run on foot. And then it gets off. Mm-hmm. That first initial, like, confusion amongst everyone is my favorite element of anything zombie related. In the true survival as well.
I do quite like that as well. I think what I kind of like, which kind of ties into that, is that in these universes, this is a very me answer to give. In these universes, no one like knows what to call these things. A lot of times, no one's like, "Oh, these are zombies." Like you and I, zombie apocalypse happens right now. We're like,
holy shit, there's zombies. You see a man with blood out of his mouth stumbling towards you.
Shit, dude, that's a fucking zombie. But in these games, they're like, what is that thing? What is that? And then it turns around and you're like, oh, come here, it's my pal, give me a hug. And then he fucking eats you.
Yeah.
This happens in the beginning of Undead Nightmare. Where Uncle turns and he fucking...
and he's like, what the hell's gone into you guys?
Yeah. And John is like, what the hell's going on?
In fairness, though, this is a genuine question. I'm not trying to counter-argue here, but when did the term zombie become a thing? Because in Red Dead context, it almost made sense. Well, when was that term, like, created? Like, we've always had, like, I guess, undead creatures, people always say. But when did zombie become a word that refers to an undead humanoid creature?
Zombie, it's from the Haitian French zombie, or the Haitian Creole zombie.
Zombie
is a mythological undead corporeal revenant created through the reanimation of a corpse. So it's
sounds like it's been around a long time.
The English word zombie was first recorded in 1819.
Yep, so it should be in Red Dead Undead Nightmare. No excuses. That game's not good. It's bad. Game's bad. Don't buy it. Refund it.
Jesus. But yeah, it ties into like voodoo
Yeah, that's what I figured. It comes from like dark arts and shit.
Um,
But yeah, it's a good point. I forgot about that. I read Red Dead Undead Nightmare, and literally he's like, "What the hell's going into you guys?" And like,
what
do
the
you?
hell's going on?
What
That
do
was
you
more
mean?
Arthur than John, but you know.
I said, "What the hell? What do you mean? What's going on?" You can clearly see she just got bit by him, and now he's trying to eat you.
And
What do
there's
you
a
think?
scene towards the in the beginning where you run into the doctor from the story in Red Dead
Yeah.
2
Yep.
or Red Dead 1, sorry.
Yep.
You run into the doctor and you're like,
gets
"What's
eaten.
going on with people?" And he's like, he genuinely like pauses for a minute. He goes, "I got no fucking clue."
And he gets eaten by the Indian guy, right?
Yeah, and then he gets got. He gets got, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, right. But I think it's by I forget his name. Like basically Red Dead 1's Eagle Flies. I forget his fucking name. He's the Indian guy from Red Dead 1.
Red Dead 1 Eagle Flies.
You know what's funny too? I remember when the Walking Dead Telltale game came out, there was a big I don't want to say controversy, but there was a big uproar in the Walking Dead community because they're known as walkers. But in episode 1, Lee goes, "Oh, it's a fucking zombie," and people were pissed. They're like, "It's not a zombie, it's a walker."
People were pissed about that.
Yeah, they're like, "They never say zombie in the comic books. They're walkers." Oh, what the fuck does he think he is saying, zombie?
Dude, comic book nerds
Yeah.
are like usually the fucking worst when it comes to these pieces of media, because it's like, oh, comic books are fairly niche sort of media.
Yeah. They're not as popular, I feel like, as they were.
Exactly.
But they're still a big following.
And now they're expanding these comic book franchises into movies or into
TV shows.
or video games.
Like Invincible.
Yeah. It's a fucking flawless show. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
But anyway, they're expanding it to a much more
Mass.
accessible form of media, right? And they have to kind of change certain things for TV or whatever, creative liberties, whatever. And comic book nerds lose their shit about this. It's the same thing with anime fans. When an anime
Deviates
is different from the manga, people are like, it's fucking goddamn, you know. So, you know.
Do they not realize that sometimes the comic book that took 25 pages to complete might not fit well into a 30-minute episode or something?
You know, maybe.
Sometimes they have to deviate, add fluff, divert the story. I mean, it's just what it is, But, it's just like, there's something about, like, just specifically The Walking Dead Season 1 from Telltale is just like, that initial episode where you're like, what the fuck are these things? Obviously, you as the player know. You're like, what the fuck are these things? You find your first group of survivors, and everyone's friendly because you're not in an outbreak yet. Everyone who's good is still alive, and then obviously in later seasons of it, everyone's just a fucking scumbag because all the actual like sane people died off, and then all the fucking evil people have risen. You know?
Yeah, everyone who's left is like a fucking loon.
Exactly. So the initial stages
into, like,
are great.
Caveman.
You really do.
Of.
Yeah. And it's all good, but the initial stages of that is just like, yes.
You know what I think might have been the most interesting zombie game conceptually was Dead Rising 2, because society doesn't shut down in that game.
No, they just shut the borders, don't they, around your area?
It's like, oh, there's zombies around, but there's still like TV and like regular events and buildings with people in them, and then there was like an outbreak, and that's like kind of it.
Yep.
So, you know, I think that might be more. I actually think that'd be more accurate to what would happen if there was a real zombie outbreak. People would just kind of shut in, and just, oh well, I got to go outside. I got to kind of be weary of this, but
yeah,
I don't feel like it'd be that.
If they're anything like you see in like The Walking Dead,
societal shutdown.
That and like in The Walking Dead, they're just these shambling corpses. We're not talking about like World War Z zombies where they're pretty much superhumans. We're talking about The Walking Dead where they're like just stumbling around.
Traditional zombie.
Like, just give me a fucking baseball bat. I'll be fine.
Yeah, honestly, and you don't even have to like swing on them. You're just gonna
shove
use the
them.
bat,
Just
you
shove
push them back, and be like, "Get back, you little fucker."
Yeah,
It's like a baby. You just like kind of push it, or not a baby. You don't push a baby. Like if a child was running at you, you'd just be like, "Die!"
You just stiff arm it into the fucking stone.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
As his femurs in 4 pieces.
And you just don't.
And then you run.
Yeah, and you run. I don't think it'd be as big of a deal
As media.
It makes it out.
Yeah.
It's made out to be.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that was a good one. I'm glad we ended on that. I've been thinking about that question for a few days because I always think about that. I'm like, man, that's the best part about zombie media, in my opinion. So I wanted to get your take on that. So let us know. Ultra Ninja Master, I know you're listening. What's your favorite portion of zombie media? And anyone else, comment or email us. We'll read it out on the show as well.
All right. That's it then.
Oh, did we mention we had a late start today? We'll talk about it next episode. Stay tuned.
I guess we'll talk about it. All right. See you on the show then.
Yeah.
You want to remind everyone about all the things?
Yeah, you can find us on www.paypal.com/synapse. You can, as always, you can find us natively on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Radio Public, and of course Spotify, as well as the RSS feed, and of course YouTube. Or you can also just contact us, and we'll transcribe it to you, the whole episode. Transcribe it, Chris. Why don't we sell books of the show? We just transcribe it.
Like a book, a direct transcript of the show?
The Synapse Misfire book.
That sounds awful.
It does. It really does. It's probably just a lot of like parentheses sound effects, like us laughing. But anyway, comments, questions, concerns, or death threats to synapsemisfire@pm.me, or as always, the YouTube comment section. And yeah, that's it. Chris is going to tell me to get out, but little does he know I can't get out yet because we have another episode to record. Bitch.
Get out of my house.
No, we have episode 59.
Don't care.
But what does the audience want to listen to?
Not you.
Shit. Oh, you're so funny guy. Funny guy, huh? Funny. Real funny.